Paul McDonald back with you here at Charlie Brown Field, and we are getting ready for our championship game, Park River and Grafton. I'm going to forego all the pregame festivities. We're going to get right into this with a possibility of a shower coming in here within the next half hour, 45 minutes. And the batting order for Park River, they are the visitors on the scoreboard. Tucker Omdahl is leading off at third. Jake Solsing is batting second in right field. Kieran Sullivan is batting second, or hitting third at second. Batting fourth, Noah Troftgruben in center field. Batting fifth, Jamison Arovic at first base. Batting sixth, the catcher, Trace Anderson. Batting seventh, the DH, Carter Troftgruben. Batting eighth in left field, Torin Beneda. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jackson Omdahl. Isaac Porter is being DH for and hitting and getting DH for and pitching today for Park River. There's the throw down to second base. So we're set, ready to go with this championship game, the 2024-2025 Valley City Midsummer American Legion Baseball Classic. Leading off the top of the first inning for Park River, the third baseman, number 7, Tucker Omdahl. And the first pitch, and we are actually 5 minutes early by not doing in and out and getting things started. We are set to go, 4:55, our first pitch. And it is ball one. Here's a high pop by Omdahl in the infield. Left side, who wants it? Villarreal, the shortstop, makes the catch. And that is out number one. The right fielder, number 12, Jake Solsing. Now Jake Solsing. 4:55, our first pitch. Kirk Olson, our home plate umpire, was waiting. Hey, you didn't say first pitch. First pitch time. All right, Kirk. Now you know, 5 minutes early. There's the strike called. Nothing won the count here on Solsing. And the right-hander delivers on the outside corner for a strike. Pitching here is Kyan Burns for Grafton. Ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll look at the defensive alignment after this at-bat. There's a line drive foul. Well, let's take the time now. Around the infield, at third base, Brody Littlemone. At short, Tony Villarreal. At second base, Ty Story. And over at first base, Kyler Drogue. In the outfield, Wes Johnson's in left field. Trenton Keena is in center. And there's a shot down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. And Solsing will take the turn and hold on there with a one-out single. Right field getting that one back in quickly was Soren Olsen. The second baseman, number 31, Kieran Sullivan. Well, 5 o'clock start time, so some of the fans just getting in because we started 5 minutes early. So, see, you got to go through the routine. Fans are expecting a 5 o'clock start time. We should have done at least an anthem. There's a slider, misses low and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Behind the plate today is Cruiser Burns, and again, pitching is Kyan Burns for Grafton. Runner at first base and 1 out. And the pitch, fastball, ground ball to third. Picked up there by at third base, and the throw is high. They got the out. Littlemone got the out at second base, but the return throw by Story is high. And I think they're going to have a discussion. They're going to call the runner out. Yep, they're going to call the runner out. And they're going to call a double play. So 5-4, they get the runner at second for the second out, and then they're going to call Solsing for interference, and so that will be 4 unassisted, and that will retire the side with that double play. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left for Grafton. Half an inning, it is no score between Grafton and Park River. This is championship baseball on American Legion on YouTube. Well, here's the batting order again. Trenton Keenan leading off in center field for Grafton. Cruiser Burns is batting second and catching, and Tony Villarreal at shortstop is hitting third. Leading off the bottom of the first for Grafton, the center fielder, number 3, Trenton Keenan. And the rest of that order, Kyler Drogue is hitting fourth at first base. Ty Story hitting fifth at second. Kyan Burns pitching, hitting sixth. Soren Olson is batting seventh in the right field. Brody Lillamone is hitting in the eighth spot at third base. And Wes Johnson batting ninth in left field. 1 ball, no strikes here on Keenan, leading things off for Grafton against Isaac Porter. And the right-hander delivers. Pitch misses for a ball. Defensively, Tucker Omdahl is at third. Jackson Omdahl is at short. Kieran Sullivan is at second. And Jamison Arovic is over at first base. In the outfield, Torin Beneda is in left field. Noah Troutgubin in center. Jake Solsing is in right. Trace Anderson behind the plate. And Isaac Porter is on the mound. 3-0 count. There's a strike called. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 the count. And the pitch, swing and a foul. Oh, that hit off the top of the fencing and went onto the grassy knoll behind us. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Keenan. And the pitch. And that misses ball 4, so Keenan draws the walk. First walk issued by Porter brings up Cruiser Burns. The catcher, number 7, Cruiser Burns. So Cruiser Burns stepping in. These two teams, of course, both members of the Region 4 and high school baseball. There's a bunt on the third base line. On the move. Nice pick and throw. Good play there at third base by Omdahl. 5-3 on the putout. It will be a sacrifice for Burns as Keenan moves to second, 1 away, and it brings up Tony Villarreal. The shortstop, number 2, Tony Villarreal. During the season, these two teams met a few times. They met in April, early in the season in Grafton. That was won by Park River, 11-1. And here's the pitch by Porter. Villarreal takes it high for a ball. Then they met in Park River. That was won by Grafton, 9-2. And then they met in the tournament, in the Region 4 tournament. Both games won by Grafton, 9-1 and 6-1. Fastball up and in, so Grafton winning all 4 meetings between these two teams during the regular season. 2 balls and no strikes on Villarreal with 1 out. Runner at second base. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. And now Porter will step out. Kirk Olson, our home plate umpire. Matt Fetch is our base umpire. 2 balls and no strikes, and the pitch low and away. And a nice block there behind the plate by Anderson. And the count still 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 the count here on Villarreal. Set by the righty, and here's the pitch by Porter. Swing and a miss, had the green on 3-0. And Villarreal swings through it, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Isaac Porter, the right-hander, comes to the set. The 3-1 pitch off the glove of the catcher. That goes to the backstop. That's going to move Keenan down to third on the pass ball. First base, Villarreal on the walk. Second walk issued by Porter brings up Kyler Drogue. The first base is number 17, Kyler Drogue. Drogue, the winning pitcher yesterday for Grafton. And the runner goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to second base all the way through and not going to be in time. And a stolen base for Villarreal. And it's a no ball, 1 strike count on Drogue. Brian Fike, Jamie Villarreal, the coaches for Grafton. Brett Omdahl, Tony Magnuson. Brad Omdahl coaching for Park River. There's a foul. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Brady, not Brad. Brady Omdahl. 0-2 the count here on Drogue. With one out, runners at second and third is set by Porter. And the pitch. Misses outside. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Isaac Porter peers in for the sign. Has what he wants. Now he'll set. Ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And swung on by Drogue and fouled off. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, they're talking 100% rain at 5 o'clock, 90% at 6, 50% at 7. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Drogue. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Slider on the outside part of the plate. First strikeout for Porter. And that is out number 2. Second baseman, number 15, Ty Story. So with runners at second and third, 2 outs. Story to the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball goes off the cleat on the catcher, goes to the backstop. Villarreal, he's going to try to score. Here's the throw to the plate. He's going to be out. And he is out. Well, Villarreal tried to take the extra base. They do get the 1 run. Keena did come across to score to make it a 1-0 lead, but then Villarreal is out 2-1 to end the inning. 1 run, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through 1 inning. It's Grafton 1, Park River 0, and this is American Legion Baseball Live on YouTube. Noah Tropgruben will lead things off here in the top of the second for Park River. Tropgruben, Aravic, and Anderson to face Kyan Burns. Is given a 1-0 lead after the first inning. There's a strike called, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Noah Tropgruben. Burns, the right-hander, now steps off. And the count at 0-1. The pitch, Tropgruben, ground ball to third, and booted there, picked up, and time to throw. In time for the out. Nice shot at third base by Littlemore, didn't panic after the initial boot. 5-3 in to put out 1 away. And I'll bring up Jamison Aravic. The first baseman, mid-22, Jamison Aravic. Littlemore knew he had time after the initial boot, but he was able to set himself and get a good throw over at third, or over to first. Now Aravic, ground ball right side. Story, the right second baseman, can't come up with it cleanly. And I think I'll give a hit there on Aravic, though I better wait and see what somebody else says, because I could be wrong. Infield hit there for Aravic. So he's on at first base. Attention now batting number 13, Calvin Otto. So Calvin Otto is going to bat for Anderson. And we'll see if this will get, if Anderson will re-enter. Ball one on the play. Nope, or on the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Burns comes to the set. And the pitch. Otto, chopper off the plate, in front of the plate. Grab there, and the catcher, high throw, but a catchable throw, and down to first base. Burns with the put out, 2-3. That is out number 2. And that will bring up Carter Tropgruben. The designated hitter, number 6, Carter Tropgruben. That was a swinging bunt, if you will, by Otto. And now runner at second. And the pitch to Tropgruben, blocked behind the plate there by Burns. Keeps it around home plate. So they give an error on the second baseman on that one. And a 1 ball, no strike count here on Tropgruben, the pitch. There's a strike called, hits the outside corner. And a count 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count on Carter Tropgruben. And he hits a ground ball back up the middle into center field, actually knocked down by Villarreal. And that will be a base hit. And they cannot give him an error on that. If they do, I'll be very upset. Down to third base goes Arovic, and runners at the corners. It'll bring up Torin Beneda. The left fielder, number 27, Torin Beneda. So runners at the corners and 2 out on that base hit for Tropgruben. And the pitch on the way, and Beneda takes a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 out, runners at the corners. And the pitch on the way. On the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes. Check that, check 0-2 the count. And the pitch, swing and a miss. That is going to be strikeout number 1, and that will retire the side here in the second inning. But in the inning, they get no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. We are through to a inning and a half. It's 1-0, Grafton leading. We're back with more American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for Grafton, the second baseman, number 15, Ty Story. So again, our changes defensively here for Park River. Tucker Amdahl is now at short. Jake Solsing is over at third base. Calvin Otto has gone into center field. The new catcher, Jackson Amdahl. And that is the defensive change. Again, Trace Anderson originally in the lineup. And catching, maybe an injury happened, maybe during warm-ups, and he was lifted for a pinch hitter. And now defensive changes onto that. The count 1-1 here on Story, leading off the bottom of the second. Grafton leading it by a score of 1-0. And Porter delivers. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 1-2 here on Story. Kyan Burns, Soren Olsen to follow. Post 41, leading it 1-0. Got that run without the benefit of a hit in the first inning. And that pitch misses for a ball. 1-2. On the right-handed hitting Ty Story. Set by Porter, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Porter. 1 away, and it'll bring up Kyan Burns. The pitcher, number 10, Kyan Burns. Back-to-back strikeouts. Drove at the end of the first, and Story to start the second here for Porter. And now pitching to Burns. He swings and fouls it off to the right. No balls and 1 strike. On the right-handed hitting Kyan Burns. And Porter comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Burns, ground ball out towards second. Sullivan has it. He goes to first for the out. 4-3 on the put out for out number 2. And it'll bring up Soren Olsen. Right fielder number 6, Soren Olsen. That 100% that they had at 6, they've dropped down to 95% now. It's like watching the stock market. And the pitch to Soren Olsen. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the Grafton right fielder. And Porter delivers on his outside corner, same spot, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Grafton. And Isaac Porter kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. And a quick inning there. 3rd strikeout for Porter, and that retires the side. 0 across, 3 up and 3 down for Grafton in the second. We're through 2. It's Grafton 1, Park River 0. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. It's 1-2 the count. So again, Trenton Keenan now pitching. Tony Villarreal to center. Soren Olsen is at third. Brody Littlemone is at short. And the 1-2 pitch misses outside. Of course, these teams all have a lot of games this week, so they're trying to keep those pitch counts down and work around the schedule. And the 2-2 pitch is a high pop-up left side foul territory, and that's going to be a tough play. It's going to drop in, and it'll just be a foul ball. So starting pitcher Kyan Burns is now over at third base. Brody Littlemone has moved to short. And again, Trenton Keenan comes in from center field to pitch. Tony Villarreal, he goes from short out to center. Here's the pitch. Low and inside for a ball, and the count now full, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Omdahl. Leading things off here for Park River in the top of the third. He swings a ground ball to Burns at third. Goes down to one knee, comes up with it, and fires across, and got the out. 5-3 on the put-out, 1 away. And the top of the order, and the shortstop, Tucker Omdahl. The shortstop, number 7, Tucker Omdahl. Omdahl popped out to short his first time up. And the pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the lefty, Kina, delivers a high pop. And that is going to be right in front of the dugout. Oh, boy, everybody thought it was going to be out of play. And it dropped in front of the dugout. Sometimes that was dropped right in front of the dugout. Unless they hit the light standard and came back. I don't think it did, though. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Omdahl. And the pitch. He swings. That one will be out of play. Off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the shortstop Omdahl with Solsing waiting on deck. Grafton leading 1-0. Ground ball left side into left field. A base hit for Omdahl. So he is 1 for 2 with the base hit number 4 for Park River. And it'll bring up Jake Solsing. The third baseman, number 12, Jake Solsing. He singled his first time up and then was erased on a double play, a 5-4-3 double play. And actually, that was they say that he did runner interference at second base, so it was he was called out. The double play was called. Here's the pitch. Here's a liner down the left field line. That is going to be a base hit. A line drive single to left field by Solsing. So runners at first and second with 1 out for Kieran Sullivan. The second baseman, 31, Kieran Sullivan. And Sullivan's won the hit into that 5-4-3 double play back in the first inning. Omdahl leads off of second. Solsing off of first. 1 out. Park River trailing 1-0. And Kina, the left-hander, kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss, 0-1. So Burns, the starting pitcher for Grafton, just won a couple of innings. Gave up 3 hits and had a strikeout. And now Keenan's given up 2 hits this inning with 1 out. Runners off first and second. And the lefty delivers. Swinging a ground ball to short. Littlemone to second. Out there. Story's relay in time for the out. Around there, 6-4-3 double play. And that takes care of Park River. That is the second double play that they have hit into here this evening. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 4th inning. Your score now is 1-0. Grafton leading. Back with more American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. So Brody Littlemore will lead things off here for the Spoilers and the 8-9-1 batters to face Isaac Porter in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Grafton leading. Littlemore and Johnson will get to wrap up their first time through the order here for Grafton. And that pitch misses low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Wes Johnson on deck. Then Trenton Keena. Here's the 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Porter comes to the set and the kick of the pitch. Swung on, line drive, and just over the glove of Arabic and into right field for a base hit for Littlemore. That is the first hit of the game for Grafton to bring up Wes Johnson. The left fielder, number 11, Wes Johnson. So the first hit of the game comes with leadoff man and Littlemore in the third. The first hit for Grafton. He's down at first, and Johnson to the plate, shows bunt, and bunts it foul. No balls and 1 strike here on Wes Johnson. It's been cloudy all day, but really starting to get dark. I think talking showers possibly in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Again, shows bunt, pulls back, and it is a ball. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed batter, Wes Johnson. Porter delivers. Again, shows bunt, pulls back inside. Ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. A lot of heavy showers coming from the northwest as they are moving to the southeast. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a strike called, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So it looks like possibly about 15 minutes is when the radar says we may have rain. 2-2 pitch. Low, full count now, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Wes Johnson. Littlemore, the runner at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Grafton. The set and the pitch. Swing and a foul off to the left. And the count stays at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first, Littlemore. And the right-hander comes to the set, the pitch. Another pop-up, foul territory over on the third base side and dropping it. Solsing had it in his glove, then dropped it. So it is just a foul ball. That's from Bright now. Three and 2 the count in this championship game, the 2025 VCBA Midsummer Baseball Classic. 3-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike 3. Johnson caught looking for strikeout for Porter. 1 away. We head to the top of the order, and Trenton Keena. The pitcher, number 3, Trenton Keena. Keena walked and scored in the first inning. Again, they got their run without the benefit of a base hit. Keena walked, was sacrificed to second. He swings here and fouls that one off, 0-1. Went to third on a pass ball. And then scored on the wild pitch. And on that play, that's Villarreal, who was at second, tried to come all the way around to score, and he was thrown out. The 0-1 pitch. Johnson swings and skies one deep into center field. This is going to get all the way to the fence. On his way to third is Littlemore. They're waving him in. He rounds third. He's on his way home, and no relay will come in. It'll be a RBI double for Keena, and it's now 2-0 Grafton. As Keena put a charge into that one and doubles the straightaway center field and picks up the RBI. And now it'll bring up Cruiser Burns. The catcher, number 7, Cruiser Burns. Burns had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. 1 out, 1 in, 1 on. 2-0. Grafton leading. Set by Porter and the pitch. high, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes here on Burns. Porter has 4 strikeouts. He's walked 2. And the pitch. Oh, that hit him in the helmet. Asked if he's okay. He's, yes, I am. That's the first hit batter. That puts runners at first and second for Tony Villarreal. The center fielder, number 2, Tony Villarreal. Again, he walked, stole second, and then was at the plate on that wild pitch when Drogue was batting and tried to come around to score and was thrown out. Runner at first base, Cruiser Burns. At second is Keena. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 run in. And Isaac Porter comes to the set. And the pitch. Low and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball gets away and hustling around. Keena goes to 3rd. Burns will follow and go to 2nd. So the wild pitch puts runners at 2nd and 3rd, and a 1 ball, no strike count on Villarreal. Here's the set by Porter. Infield up all the way around. The pitch high, ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Tony Villarreal. Wrapped up his freshman year at Mayville State. 2-0 pitch, high for a ball. 3-0 on Villarreal. With Keena at 3rd base, Burns at 2nd. And 1 out. The pitch taken all the way for a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Villarreal. Isaac Porter has walked 1, struck out 4. The pitch. Low and away, ball 4. That is actually the 3rd walk for Porter. The 2nd time he's walked Villarreal. That'll load him up for Kyler Drogue. First baseman, number 17, Kyler Drogue. Kyler struck out swinging his last time up. Now the infield going to go back to double play depth. There's a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Keena at 3rd, Burns at 2nd. Villarreal at 1st, 1 out, and the 0-1 pitch. And Burns swings and hits a high fly ball to center field. Drofgruben coming in, makes the catch, and that dropped in for a hit. So Drogue with the single. Runners move up. It's now 3-0. The second baseman, number 15, Ty Story. That dropped in for the base hit and the RBI for Drogue. Set by Porter in the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Burns now at 3rd, Villarreal at 2nd, Drogue at 1st. 2 runs across here, 3-0 Grafton. That is hit number 3 of the game and of the inning. Story takes a pitch high, ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch on the way, swung on a high pop-up and foul, not a play. The count now 2-1 on Story. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded. Bottom of the 3rd, and the pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. And there's a swing and a fly ball to right field. And coming in, still coming in and making the catch in right field. And the runner's going to score on the fly out. A sacrifice fly for Story. And that'll bring Burns across to make it 4-0. On the sac fly, 2 away. The third baseman, number 10, Kyan Burns. Villarreal stayed at second, and Drogue stayed at first. So 4-0, 3 runs across, and Burns chops it fouled on the third base line. 0-1, no balls and 1 strike. Burns grounded out to second his first time up. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Burns swings through it, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Burns. 3 runs and 3 hits in the inning here for Grafton. Sent by the right-hander. And Porter delivers. Low and away, ball gets away from the catcher, and everybody will move up. Villarreal to third, Drogue to second. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Kyan Burns, the pitch. Chopper back to the pitcher, off his glove, out to short, backhand play, throw high, and that's going to be an error. And that's going to bring another run across here. Burns is on his way to second, and he will stop there. It went off the glove of the pitcher, and then went out towards shortstop. It was grabbed there by Omdahl. His throw was high. Been erring on the shortstop. Probably an RBI, though, for Burns, and that will bring up Soren Olsen. Right for number 6, Soren Olsen. And Olsen, ground ball right at third base. Glove there. They'll get the throw over and scooped out of the dirt by Aravik, and he steps on the bag, and that will be the final out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout will retire the side. But they get 4 runs across on 3 base hits, an error, and 1 left. We are through 3 innings. Your score, it is 6-0. Advantage to Grafton. We head to the 4th. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. So the count is 1-1 here on Noah Tropko, been leading things off at the top of the 4th for Park River. They are trailing Grafton 6-0. And Trenton Keena delivers inside, ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Keena came on last inning in relief of the starter Burns, and the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, here's a high fly ball deep to left field. Way back, still back, and this one is off the wall. It's the base of the Grotberg Electric sign out in left field. It'll be a double for Troftgruben. And he is now in scoring position. And to bring up Jamison Arovic. The first baseman, number 22, Jamison Arovic. Arovic reached on a single back in the second inning. Uh-oh, there went my special. So Arovic to the plate with the runner at second base. And the pitch. Swung on a chop foul at the plate. And the count 0-1 on Arovic. That hit was hit number 6 for Park River. They have left 3 runners on base going into this inning. And 2 of those 3 have been in scoring position. No balls and 1 strike. Keena, the lefty, checks the runner at second, and the pitch. Strike call. Slides that one in on the corner on the outside part of the plate. And the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The set by Keena, and the pitch. Swung on a ground ball left side. Pass Burns, past Lillimone into left field, a base hit. And on his way in is Troftgruben, and he will score. It's an RBI single by Arovic. It's now 6-1, and it'll bring up the center fielder, Calvin Otto. Center fielder, number 13, Calvin Otto. Otto bounced out, catcher to first, his first time up. Again, Trace Anderson was in the original lineup to start at catcher. But then when his at-bat came up in the second, Otto pinched hit for him. And they made some defensive changes in the third. Leading me to believe that maybe Anderson might have tweaked something during warm-ups. 1 ball, no strikes here to Otto. The left-hander Keena kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Six to 1, Grafton leading. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Calvin Otto. He, along with the on-deck batter Carter Troftgruben, the 2 that graduated in 2024. They were able to come back this summer. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, called strike 3. That is going to be out number 1. Strikeout number 1 for Keena. And it'll bring up Carter Troftgruben. The designated hitter, number 6, Carter Troftgruben. Troftgruben singled to center field his first time up back in the second inning. So now runner first base with 1 out. And Keena delivers. Curve misses wide for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. On the right-handed hitting Troftgruben. The set and the throw to first. Runner back in standing. 1 ball, no strikes. Set by Trenton Keena. And the left-hander delivers. On the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the lefty, or from the lefty, on the righty, and the pitch is low. Ball 2, 2-1. After today, Grafton, Tuesday, they will be at Devil's Lake in their next action here. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a chop foul at the plate, down the third base line. And for Park River, well, they don't have all their scheduled in yet, so don't know what they're doing after tonight. Here's a 2-2 pitch on Troftgruben. He chops it at the plate. Lillimone, the shortstop, charges, gloves, so the second out. Stories relay, double play. That is a 6-4-3 double play and will retire the side here in the fourth inning. But Park River gets one run on a couple of base hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Grafton 6, Park River 1. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Brody Littlemone will lead things off here. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters coming up for Grafton in the bottom of the fourth inning. They lead it 6-1. And the pitch, Littlemone, ground ball, base hit left field. Littlemone with his second hit of the game. And that is hit number 4 for Grafton. I'll bring up Wes Johnson. The left fielder, number 11, Wes Johnson. Johnson struck out looking his first time up. A left-handed batter. Facing the right-hander, Isaac Porter. And the pitch. Swung on. There's a liner to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Littlemone will check in at second and stay there. So back-to-back singles to start the inning here for Grafton. And we head to the top of the order. And Trenton Keena. The pitcher, number 3, Trenton Keena. Keena has walked and had a RBI double in the third, scored a couple of runs. 5 hits now for Grafton. They've still been out hit 7-5, but lead it 6-1. Porter delivers, and Keena takes it inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Trenton Keena. And Porter delivers. High and wide, ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Keena's also scored a couple of runs. And the pitch. Swung on and sliced that one foul off to the left. And the count 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Keena. Set by Porter in the pitch. Keena takes it high for a ball. The count now 3-1. Rana Robic is warming up in the bullpen right now for Grafton. The 3-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 3-2. So Chase getting loose. I mentioned Grafton, they've got a game coming up here on Tuesday. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high pop. Again, foul territory, right side or left side. And that will get out of play and drop next to the dugout. So the count continues at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Keena trying to help himself out here. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. The pitch. He lines that one into right field for a base hit. Littlemone around third. They're going to wave him in, and here he comes. He will score. Down to third base goes Johnson, and it's 7-1, an RBI single by Keena. And for Keena, he now has 2 RBIs, second hit of the game, and to bring up Cruiser Burns. The catcher, number 7, Cruiser Burns. 3 hits in the inning, 6 for the game now for Grafton. They lead it 7-1. Still nobody out, runners at the corners. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The set and the pitch. Swinging a high pop fly, left field. Coming in, Beneda, and it drops. Couldn't get to it as the wind, I think, shifted and dropped it in front of him. And that might be a gift double there for Burns. He cruises into second, no pun intended. Keena goes around to third base as Johnson comes in to score and makes it 8-1. So an RBI double for Burns. That'll bring up Villarreal. Center fielder, number 2, Tony Villarreal. He has walked twice, scored once. Now runners at second and third. It's 8-1. Infield up all the way around here for Park River. And Villarreal slices one up in the air. Infield, why no. Actually, there's nobody on at first base, but the out made by Sullivan. One away, brings up Kyler Drogue. The first baseman, number 17, Kyler Drogue. Kyler has struck out and RBI single. And the pitch. He swings and pops it up foul back behind us. So runners at second and third, 1 out, 2 in, 8-1. Grafton leading. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Park River with the lone error. Now, right-hander, Porter delivers. Another one fouled off to the right. No balls, 1 strike. Set by Isaac Porter. Runners lead off second and third. And the pitch. And that one misses wide. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the right-handed hitting first baseman Kyler Drogue, winning pitcher yesterday for Grafton. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to second. Kieran Sullivan has it. He'll go the easy one to first. Oh, it was dropped, and Dudley still got him out. 4-3, it was dropped at first base, but recovering was Aravic, and now it's out number 2. Coming in to score will be Keena. Make it 9-1. Down to third base goes Burns. The second baseman, number 15, Ty Story. And it will be an RBI for Drogue, his second of the game. And now 9-1 for Story with a runner at third and the pitch. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On the right hitting Story, he has got a fly and struck out 0 for 1 with an RBI. And the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. On the move, gloved up there by Solsing. Throws across for the out. 5-3 on the putout. That'll retire this side. But Grafton will plate 3 more runs. And they do it with 4 base hits. There are no errors, and they leave a runner left on base. And we are through 4 complete. Your score is Grafton 9, Park River 1. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Oh, now a change as Chase Wanarovich now pitching for Park River. And Keena goes back out to center. Villarreal comes back over to short. And Wanarovich will replace Littlemone in the lineup. Here's the swing and a pop-up by Beneda. High pop-up, shortstop. Villarreal makes a catch for out number one. So one pitch and one out. And we'll bring up Jackson Omdahl. The catcher, number one, Jackson Omdahl. Omdahl, it's grounded out. One out here in the fifth inning, top half. And Wanarovich delivers. Low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So again, Villarreal comes back into shortstop, and Keena back to center. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate. And the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike on Omdahl. Wanarovich, the right-hander, into the line, the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and that got the home plate umpire thing, went off his mask. So the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, nobody on. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Grafton leading at 9-1. Wanarovich delivers. There's a ground ball to third. Backing up, Burns has it, sets himself, fires across the diamond for the out. 5-3 on the putout for out number 2. And it'll bring up the shortstop, Tucker Omdahl. The shortstop, number 7, Tucker Omdahl. Omdahl's popped to short and singled. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. And the the left-hander, Wanarovich, kicks and delivers. Slow curve in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Omdahl. Wanarovich will deliver. A swing and a foul at the plate, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. On the right hand, hitting Tucker Omdahl. 1 for 2 today. We're in the top of the fifth inning. 9-1, Grafton leading. And Wanarovich delivers. Swung on, line drive, left field, base hit. So Omdahl will pick up his second hit of the game, a line single to left. And it'll bring up Jake Solsing. The third baseman, number 12, Jake Solsing. Solsing has singled twice and been erased on a double play twice. So he will step in with 2 out, and a runner purses Omdahl. And Wanarovich delivers. Here's a high pop-up, short left center field, dropping fast, and he'll drop in for a base hit. Omdahl's going to try to go to third. Here's the throw. He is out at third base. So give a single to Solsing, and then out trying to get to third is Omdahl, 8-5 on the putout, and that will retire the side. No runs, couple of hits, no errors. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's Grafton 9, Park River 1. That's American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Kyan Burns will light things off here for Grafton in the home half of the fifth inning. We had a little shower come through, and I don't think it's still raining, but a little bit of a drizzle right now. There's a swing and a miss on Burns, 0-1. Burns is grounded out, reached on an air, 0 for 2 with an RBI. And the 0-1 pitch. He swings and hits one into left field and deep. And backing up, and this one is caught. Nice play out there in left field. That is Beneda with the play for out number 1. That will bring up Soren Olsen. The right fielder, number 6, Soren Olsen. Olsen is struck out and grounded out. 1 away. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The pitch takes it high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch by Isaac Porter, low and away, ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Soren Olsen. And Porter delivers. Swinging a chop to the third baseman. Gloved on the move there by Solsing to throw across and gets away from Arabic. That'll be an error on the throw, and down to second base goes Olsen. He'll round second. He's going to try to go to third. Here comes the throw, and he is going to be safe. Oh, they say he got under the tag. So they're going to say he is safe at third. Hustling all the way around on that errant throw is Soren Olsen, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Chase Wanarovich. The pitcher, number 1, Chase Wanarovich. Wanarovich will be batting here for Little Moan, who was 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. And now he's at first base with 1 out and a runner at third. Second error charge to Park River. Infield up all the way around here for the Pirates. And that pitch misses low and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Wanarovich. Set by Porter, and the pitch. High, ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Wanarovich. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Grafton leading at 9-1. And the pitch here, off the foot of the catcher, rolls away. Here comes Olsen across, and he will score on the wild pitch. And makes it a 10-1 lead. And a 3-ball, no strike count on Wanarovich with Wes Johnson waiting on deck. Porter working from the set, delivers 3-0, high, ball 4. So Wanarovich will get the free pass. That'll be the 4th walk issued by Porter. Wes Johnson to the plate. The left fielder, number 11, Wes Johnson. So Johnson will step in. He is struck out in the third, singled in the fourth. And the pitch at the knees for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the right-hander comes to the set. And the pitch. Low, ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wes Johnson. Top of the order, and Trenton Keena waiting on deck here for Grafton. They lead it 10-1. Runner at first, 1 out. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is wide and not going to be in time. Stolen base for Wanarovich, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Johnson. And now the game-ending run is in scoring position here for the Spoilers. They lead it 10-1 in the bottom of the fifth with 1 out. And the pitch is a high pop fly down the left field line. That's going to be trouble, but nice running catch by Beneda. Throw back to second base. Runner gets back in. 2 away. And we head to the top of the order, and Trenton Keena. The center fielder, number 3, Trenton Keena. So Keena walked, doubled, singled, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. With the runner at second base here in the bottom of the fifth inning, 10-1 Grafton leading. And the pitch. Outside and low, ball 1. Base hit. Good to end this one. Wanarabich, the runner, takes his lead off second. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike at the belt, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the left end, hitting Trenton Keena. Porter has gone all the way here for Park River in the pitch. He swings and slices one foul, not a play off to the left. And the count continues, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two here on Keena. And the pitch low, ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 in, 2 out. Down at second base is Wanarabich here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Keena goes down on strikes. That is the 5th strikeout for Porter and will retire the side. But they do get 1 run, no hits. There was an error, 1 left. We are through 5 innings. Your score, it's Grafton 10, Park River 1. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Kieran Sullivan will lead things off here for Park River in the top of the 6th inning against Chase Wanarabich. 2nd inning of relief work. Sullivan has grounded into a double play twice today, so he may not want to sit next to Solsing on his way back to Park River. That pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, because he has doubled up Jake both times. Here is the 1-0 pitch. And that hits the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was a 5-4-3 double play in the first, 6-4-3 in the third. 1-1 the count here on Sullivan, and the pitch. On the inside corner for a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kieran Sullivan. And the pitch. Swing and a foul over by the Grafton dugout on the third base side. One ball, 2 strikes. And the lefty delivers. High, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff man, Kieran Sullivan, here in the 6th inning. Troff Goodman waiting on deck. And the pitch. High, ball 3, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sullivan. The lefty kicks and delivers. And did he go? They ask. No, he did not. That'll be a walk to Sullivan. First walk issued by Wanarovich, and that'll bring up Noah Tropgruben. The center fielder, number 11, Noah Tropgruben. Tropgruben is grounded out and doubled. And the lefty kicks and delivers on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Tropgruben hitting in the cleanup spot. Scored back in the 4th as well. That's been the lone run so far for Park River. And the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner down at first base is Sullivan. Off the walk. And he goes. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive up the middle. Base hit center field. And hanging on at second base will be Sullivan. So a line single to center there for Tropgruben. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jamison Arovic. The first baseman, number 22, Jamison Arovic. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Otto as Reeves Jorgensen has gone into the on-deck circle. Runners at first and second, and the pitch in the dirt goes off the face mask of the catcher, and 2 runners will move up into scoring position. 1 ball, no strike, the count on Arovic. He has singled in the second and singled in a run in the 4th. And then he was erased on a 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Carter Tropgruben. 3 double plays turned today by Grafton, though the first one they called runner interference that allowed the double play to get completed. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball fouled on the third baseline. So the count 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the first baseman, number 22, Jamison Arovic. The left-hander, Wanarovich, second pitcher here, third pitcher actually used today for Grafton. Delivers 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pulled a string on the outside part of the plate. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes on Arovic. Set by the left-hander. And Wanarovich kicks and delivers. Swung on, line drive, base hit, left field. That's going to bring Sullivan in. Tropgruben is going to stop at third. On a single to left by Arovic, picks up the RBI. Down to third goes Tropgruben, and it's now 10-2. And we'll have a pinch hitter. Your touch now batting, number 24, Reeves Jorgensen. So Reeves Jorgensen now will bat for Otto. Otto struck out in his only plate appearance. And Jorgensen will bat with runners at the corners and nobody out. 10-2 your score now. And takes it inside, ball 1. Then Trace Anderson started. And then was lifted for a pinch hitter and replaced defensively before he got a chance to play here in this one. Here's a high pop, foul out of play. And he actually might have played this second inning top half, or the bottom half of the second, but he played the bottom of the first defensively, and then they replaced him for a pinch hitter for Otto, and then Jorgensen now pinch hitting for Otto. And takes that one inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Otto was 0 for 2. Runners at first and third with nobody out still. 1 run across. 10-2. Grafton leading. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Reeves Jorgensen. Wanarovich looking in for the side. Sets. Delivers. Swing and a miss. And Jorgensen goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the inning. End of the game for Wanarovich. One away. And it'll bring up Carter Troftgruben. The DH, number 6, Carter Troftgruben. Troftgruben today has singled, and he into that 6-4-3 double play that ended the 4th inning. All 3 of the double plays were inning-ending. And the pitch. Here's swinging a foul. One out here in the top of the 6th. 10-2, Grafton leading. They have led throughout. Wanarovich looks in for the side. Now delivers 0-1. Hit him. So Troftgruben is hit by a pitch. That will move Arabic to second, and they are now loaded up for Torin Beneda. The left fielder, number 27, Torin Beneda. Beneda today has struck out and popped out. Left-hander. Chase Wanarovich trying to get out of this inning. Low and inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Beneda. The left-hander looks in for the sign. Has what he wants. Kicks and delivers. Low and inside, ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes on Torin Beneda. Troftgruben is at third. Arabic is at second. And Carter Troftgruben is at first. The 2-0 pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. 3-0. No place to put him. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. And the lefty into the wide. Here's the pitch. And that is low, ball 4. So Beneda will pick up the RBI on the bases loaded walk. Troftgruben to second, Arabic to third, and Noah Troftgruben comes in to score. And that makes it now a 10-3 game. And Brian Fike will go out and have a chat with his lefty, with the bases still full of Park River Pirates. And let's see, we're going to have a pitching change, and we are going to have a pitching change as they will bring in Green. Jack Green now is going to come in to pitch here for the Spoilers, and Wanarovich is going to be out. So Jack Green will go in that spot in the order. He will take over, and the first batter he will face will be Jackson Omdahl. 10-3, Park River has got within 7 now, and they have still the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Attention now, pitcher number 14, Jack Green. So Jack Green, the third pitcher used today by Coach Brian Fike. And again, Jackson Omdahl will be the first man he faces, the number 9 hitter in the order. The catcher, number 1, Jackson Omdahl. So now Jackson Omdahl to the plate. So now Omdahl with a chance to make things interesting here. 10-3, Park River trailing, 1 out in the top of the 6th. The pitch, high and wide, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third, Arabic. Tropcom is at second. Bennett is at first. Only 1 out here in the 6th. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled down the right field line, and that is going to be out of play. Actually, hit the base of the fence. Didn't get quite out of play by the bullpen. So the count 1-1. Jack Gray making his first appearance here in the tournament. And he is working 1 ball, 1 strike on number 1, Jackson Omdahl with 1 away. And the right-hander delivers. Misses low and away for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the right-hander comes to the set and the pitch. Wide, ball 3. It is, or ball 2. What is ball 3? 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, still no place to put him. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Green looks in for the sign, comes to the set. The 3-1 pitch, swung on. There's a fly ball deep and foul. That'll be over by the clubhouse. Down the left field line, and the count now full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded here for Park River as they bat in the top of the 6th. And the 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Omdahl will pick up an RBI as he walks. Arabic comes in to score to make it 10-4. Down to third base goes Tropgruben. Bennett at a second. And we to the top of the order, and Tucker Omdahl. The shortstop, number 7, Tucker Omdahl. So Tucker Omdahl now will step in as they inch a little closer. 10-4 your score. The pitch. He swings and pops it up. Foul and out of play off to the right. No balls, 1 strike. Omdahl, 2 for 3. Singled his last 2 times up. Right-hander looks in for the sign. And the pitch. Slow curve on the outside corner. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 the count here on Tucker Omdahl on the pitch. He swings and fouls that one off to the right and off and out of play. So the count continues. 0-2 on Tucker Omdahl. Dropped Gubbin at third. Bennett does at second. Jackson Omdahl at first. And the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. The Villarreal has it. Second out there. Story's relay is not going to be in time. And now the runner thought about going home. The throw back, he's going to get back. So Omdahl will force Omdahl. 6-4. Second out. Fielder's choice for Tucker Omdahl. He'll get an RBI as Tropgruben comes in to score. The third baseman, number 12, Jake Solsing. So Benedict goes to third. So now 2 outs, runners at the corners. It's 10-5. And they have batted around here. Solsing, the 9th man to bat in the inning for Park River. And a strike called, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Solsing is 3 for 3 today. I already chronicled twice. He's been erased on double plays. Here's a ground ball right side. Story over. Scoops it up. Flips to first for the out. 4-3 on the putout. That'll retire this side. But 4 runs come across for Park River. And they do it with a couple of base hits. No errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is Grafton 10, Park River 5. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. There we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up now for Grafton. Cruiser Burns, Tony Villarreal, and Kyler Drogue will face the right-hander, Isaac Porter, who has gone all the way here for Grafton, or for Park River. There's a swing and a foul back, 0-1. So this will be definitely his final inning since we're in the bottom of the sixth, but it could be only a couple of batters, and he'll have to come out. There's a fly ball to right field, over and in, and making the catch in right field. That is out number 1. The shortstop, number 2, Tony Villarreal. Now Tony Villarreal with one away. And the pitch misses, ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes on Villarreal, who has walked twice and popped out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Takes that one up and over his head. Ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And that pitch misses for ball 3, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on Villarreal. And Porter delivers, line drive to short, and that skips by the shortstop and into left field, a base hit. I'm going to give him a hit on that one. That was a rocket off the bat of Villarreal. That's the end of the tournament scorekeeping right there. The first baseman, number 17, Kyler Drogue. But that was hit on a line towards short. And shortstop Amdahl could get through it. It was going right past him. So runner at first base, and the pitch. Here's a high fly ball for Drogue to center field. Troftgruben drifts over. He makes the catch. And that'll be out number 2, or pardon me, Otto out there in center. 2 away. And to bring up Ty Storley. The second baseman, number 15, Ty Story. So 2 outs with a runner at first base. And Story to the plate. He has struck out and sacrificed fly and grounded out. 3, 4, 5 batters will be coming up there. And Villarreal thought about going and stopped, left going. No balls and 1 strike. 3, 4, and 5 batters coming up for Park River in the bottom of the 7th inning. Right now trailing 10-5. And the pitch. There's a high pop-up, and that'll be going out of play and off to the right. No balls, 2 strikes here on Story. Oh, and 2 with 2 out, runner at first, Villarreal. He'll take his lead. Porter comes to the set and the pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Oh and 2 here on Ty Story. And Porter delivers high for a ball. 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, this game has gone a little bit slower than the latter's part of the ball game. First part of the game was fairly quick, and then last couple of innings have slowed to a snail's crawl. 1 and 2 the count. The pitch, ground ball, base hit, left field by Story. Villarreal rounding second, hustling over to third. The throw is not in time. So Villarreal gets to third on the base hit by Story. Runners at the corners for Kyan Burns. The third baseman, number 10, Kyan Burns. Burns is grounded out, reached on an air, flied out, 0 for 3, RBI. And that's going to bring Coach Amdahl out of the first base dugout. And that is it for the right-hander, Isaac Porter, 107 pitches. So he is done for the night. We'll let you know who is coming in his stead. Runners at the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Grafton leading 10-5. We're back with a pitching change. This is Legion Baseball live on YouTube. So now Noah Tropgruben will come over from third to pitch, and the pitcher Porter will go and play third. There's a throw down to second on the stolen base attempt. Did they get him? Yes, they did. Nice throw there from home plate. On the throw was Amdahl, and then Nail Story trying to steal second. 2-6 on the caught stealing, and that will retire the side. In the sixth, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the seventh, and your score is Park River 10 and Grafton 10, Park River 5. We're back with the seventh inning. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Kieran Sullivan will lead things off. Sullivan, Tropgruben, and Erevic will go here for Park River, trailing 10-5. And the pitch by Green in for a strike, 0-1. Jack Green in the second inning of relief work, first full inning. Facing Sullivan, who is grounds it to second, picked up by Story. Throws to first for the out. 4-3 on the putout, 1 away. That'll bring up the pitcher, Noah Tropgruben. The pitcher, number 11, Noah Tropgruben. Tropgruben has a single, double, grounded out, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. 1 out. Here in the top of the seventh inning, Grafton leading at 10-5. The pitch. Inside ball. So last swings here for Park River, unless they can tie things up or take the lead. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1 now, pardon me, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander, Green delivers. Curve in for a strike, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes on Noah Tropgruben. And the pitch by Green skips in there, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. These two teams will see each other a lot this year in the region of Legion Baseball. Saw each other 4 times during the high school season. 2-2 pitch. Here's a chop left side. Burns does kind of an ole at it and knocks it down. That'll be an infield hit there for Tropgruben. Runner at first, 1 out. And I'll bring up Jamison Erevic. The first baseman at 22, Jamison Erevic. Erevic has 3 for 3 today, a couple of RBIs and a run scored. And we'll bat with a runner at first base and 1 out. Hit number 12 for Park River. Throw over and back in is Tropgruben. Park River's left 6 runners on base. Of course, 3 double plays have helped erase some base runners. Ground ball foul down the third base line. They've had 1 hit batter and a couple of walks. Set here by Green. Runner off first. And the pitch. There's a line drive off the glove of Green, knocked it down, and picked up by Villarreal. And he's going to go back. Now they got him in the pickle between second and third. Throw back to Story, and they got him. That'll be a base hit for Arabic. And then Troftgruben is going to be out 6-4 for out number 2. And that'll bring up Calvin the center field, number 13, Calvin Otto today 0 for 3, struck out twice. Actually was lifted for a pinch hitter. Back in the 6th inning, so actually 0 for 2 as Jorgensen batted for him. Here's the pitch to Otto. Ground ball right side. Story over. This is going to get into right field for a base hit. So Arabic will stop at second. So runners at first and second. 3 straight singles, but I'll bring up the designated hitter, Carter Troftgruben. The designated hitter, number 6, Carter Troftgruben. He has singled, hit into a double play, and hit by a pitch, scored a run. Runners out first and second. And the pitch. Curve in for a strike, 0-1. 14 hits here for Park River today. They've had a lot of traffic on the bases, but only 5 runs to show for it. The set and the pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 the count. And Jack Green ready to work. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Well, another Midsummer Classic in the books. At least we're getting close to it. Had that 27-minute rain delay yesterday. This game started 5 minutes early. Hoping to avoid any rain that came, and so far nothing. There's a curve, strike 3 called, and that will do it. And Green gets the strikeout. That'll be his second, and that'll retire the side. In the 7th, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Your final score in this one, 10-5. It is won by Grafton. They'll win the championship of the tournament as they go 3-0 here this weekend in Valley City. Back with your totals. This is American Legion Baseball live on Game Changer. Well, the final totals here in this one for Grafton. They had 10 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left just 4 runners stranded. And for Park River, 5 runs, 14 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 8 runners stranded. Winning pitcher in this one was the starter for, well, we'll double check because how long he went in here. The winning pitcher, Burns, went the first 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, had a strikeout. And Turner, He went 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, 1 strikeout. And Turner will pick up, Trenton Keena will pick up the win. Chase Wanarovich went an inning and a third, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 2 and struck out 1. And Jack Green went the final inning and 2/3, allowed 3 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout here in this one. Isaac Porter, he will take the loss as Porter went 5 2/3 innings here today before he had to come out due to the pitch rule, the pitch count rule. Went 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned, walked 4, and struck out 5. And finishing it up was Troutgruben finished up for him in the 6th inning, and he got gave up 1 hit in that final third of an inning. So again, the Spoilers pick up the win. They got a run in the 1st inning on a wild pitch, then plated 5 runs in the 3rd. There was an RBI single by Keena. Droge had an RBI. Burns had an RBI. And a wild pitch had got another run across, and an error helped out. 5 runs in the inning. They got 3 more in the 4th. RBI single by Keena. RBI double by Cruiser Burns. And also a RBI on I think there was 2 runs that came in on Burns' double. And 3 runs scored in that inning. They got another run in the 5th. And for Park River, an RBI single by Arabic, got a run in the 4th. They plated 4 more in the 6th inning. And RBIs by Amdahl, Beneda, and Arabic picked up the RBIs in the 6th inning. And that is the way this went. A lot of traffic on the bases with hits, walks, hit batters in this one. But 10-5, Grafton picks up the win here in this one this evening. So again, a final look at that line score for Grafton. 1 in the 1st, 5 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For Park River, 1 in the 4th, 4 in the 6th. They had 5 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. Winning pitcher today for Grafton will be Kylan Burns will pick up the win, and Isaac Porter will take the loss. There were no home runs in this one, and there was no save. And the time of the game was 1 hour and 49 minutes. 1 hour, 49 minutes for your time of game. So your final score here in this one, 10-5. Grafton wins the championship of the 2025 Valley City Baseball Association Midsummer American Legion Baseball Classic. And I want to thank all of you that joined us here on YouTube throughout the weekend. And, of course, all the fans, coaches, and players that joined us here at the ballpark. Had a beautiful day Friday and a little sketchy Saturday and really sketchy here on Sunday. But we got all the games in and just had a brief rain delay yesterday, and that was the only hiccup this weekend. Other than that, things went off without a hitch, and another solid weekend for Legion Baseball. Again, the final in this championship game, Grafton defeats Park River by a final of 10-5. Until next time, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from Charlie Brown Memorial Field.